Chicago officials say they are preparing to sue Empire actor Jussie Smollett to make him pay for the investigation of his alleged hoax. Smollett claims that he was beaten in January by two men who were yelling homophobic and racial slurs. Yesterday was the city's deadline for him to reimburse more than $130,000. A letter from the city says this: if the amount is not timely paid, the Department of Law may prosecute you for making a false statement. CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman joins us at the table to discuss. Good to see you, Rikki Klieman.
Good morning.
So if you're part of Team Jussie, why would you pay? You've said that he has denied that he made a false statement. He says that he is telling the truth. So if he pays, doesn't that admit in some way that, yes, I lied?
Well, you're raising exactly what his very fierce lawyers will say, which is there is no way we are going to pay you, and we are not going to cooperate with this lawsuit because we, that is Jussie is innocent. At the same time, we have to consider Jussie's risks. The city of Chicago, let's keep this in mind, the prosecution is the county of Cook County. This is the city of Chicago, two different governmental entities. The city is suing. So if Jussie Smollett decides that he's going to take this on and he's going to go to trial and he's not going to pay the money, he risks publicity, he risks his future in terms of his career. But really, the city goes also to the point that it's a civil case. You have depositions.
Right. Well,
yeah,
I was
that's
going
the
to say,
key point. Does he have to testify or
yeah, does he have to testify? And when will the details of this settlement in this case end up coming out?
Well, what happens is ultimately it could all become public because when you do a depositions, that's not in a court of law, but it also is not a sealed document unless you move to have it sealed. There's no reason to have this sealed. So they can do all this kind of discovery. Then if you actually get into a court of law, the entire proceeding is public. And most important, in a civil suit, the burden of proof is very low. It's a preponderance of the evidence, or as I like to say, on the scales of justice, it is a little feather. Whereas in a criminal case, it had to be like a big rock.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference in the burden.
But they're asking for the $130,000 because they said that's how much they spent in resources.
Well, that's how much they spent in overtime. We don't even talk about the rest of the overtime.
Could this backfire on the city of Chicago?
I don't see it backfiring on the city of Chicago beyond the fact that you're always taking into consideration that race is a factor within the city, that there have been protests in the city. There was a protest the other day. You had the chief fraternal order of police saying they wanted Kim Foxx, the prosecutor, to resign. Across the street, you had a lot of people protesting the police. Now, very, very important, we have a new mayor. So Lori Lightfoot is coming into office. This lawsuit is being filed by Rahm Emanuel, the outgoing mayor. So when you have a new mayor, Lori Lightfoot, who was a former federal prosecutor, let's keep that in mind, and she is very disturbed about all of this. And so she wants to look into a better explanation from the county prosecutor, Kim Foxx, as to why this guy got to walk.
Jussie, very quickly, if you're Jussie Smollett's lawyers, $130,000 seems like a small price to pay to make this go away.
It seems like a problem with lawyers.
Well, it often is a problem with lawyers, she says, as the lawyer.
Can be settled very quickly.
But if he pays, though, I still think it's like admitting guilt, so I could see why he's resisting paying.
Admitting guilt or acknowledging that the police work really hard.
Yes.
You can, I mean, why not
There
just
are
say,
ways to
I'm
phrase
sorry.
this.
Why not say, look, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I wasted the time of the Chicago police, who I know are busy every day wrapping up criminals. Not only am I going to donate $130,000 and pay you back, but I'm also going to donate to the fallen police soldiers, you know,
But Norah, he feels like he's the victim here. That's what he's blaming the police.
Yes, but you may be better off, as we used to say, pay the nuisance value, because otherwise treble damages, attorneys' fees, and costs.
All right, Rikki Klieman, thank you so much.